back in decades which long precede me, the compact sports car was a considered thing. It was an idea, a concept, an emotion, long before it was a car. An idea which caught on, giving us great British gems such as the MG Midget, the Triumph GT86 and the Lotus Elan. And then came the Japanese with the Honda S800, the Toyota 2000 GT, the Datsun 240Z. And in fact, long into the 80s, the Japanese took what they'd learnt and continued making sports cars true to the original idea, built on a legacy of fun. Great examples being the Mazda MX-5, the Toyota AE86 Coupe, the RX-7. All brilliant, brilliant cars, which have all spawned more recent variants which seem to carry the mantle of fun over. But we've had some pain along the way, and it's left a hole in the history of the sports car. Confusion over what a sports car is, what a sports car should do, why build a sports car, who was a sports car for. Now I'm going to tell you about two cars which I think demonstrate this point nicely. Two sports cars which should have been so much better, so much more sporty in every way. The first one is the later generation Toyota MR2. Don't get me wrong, a car which started out so well, but in the noughties seemed to have lost all sense of self-respect. Frankly, my hairdresser chose a Nissan Figaro over the MR2. I know. And then there was a Smart Roadster, a car which I hoped would be everything that the MR2 hadn't become. It should have felt like you were sat in a Ginetta, should have driven like, I don't know, a modern day Austin Healey Sprite. But it did neither of those things. It was rubbish, a true disposable sports car. But it is okay because little tykes have brought the production license, or so I heard, so at least the fun will return. And then Toyota, in a strange automotive wife swap with Subaru, brought out the GT86. They'd learnt from their lessons and from the automotive industry's lessons of the sports car in general to bring out a back-to-basics sports car which actually only has one standout feature: fun. I say one standout feature because actually on paper there's nothing that really grabs you about the GT86's spec. 200 brake horsepower just shy from a 2-litre boxer engine is not particularly special, neither is the sprint time of 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. The interior's okay, the looks are okay, the engine sounds a bit agricultural. It's okay. Put all of that together in a cracking chassis like this, and none of that matters. The spec just doesn't matter, because this is a car which is quick enough, low enough, and noisy enough to deserve that term sports car. And crucially, you can enjoy the performance of the GT86 without having to lose your license. And it sounds brilliant. The GT86 is not an all-out sports car. The quality of materials, unless you get the TRD version like this one, is a bit budget. A bit like the price though, starting at £22,000 new and offering, obviously, fantastic second-hand value from there. The car's proportions don't quite match its stance either. It seems to think it's bigger than it actually is. And it's definitely not a 2+2, regardless of what Toyota will tell you. You might fit 2.5 in at a squeeze, but 4 up would be emotional. I've spent 3 years trying to decide if I want a Toyota GT86 or not. When I drive one, I want one. When I think about them, I don't. But then I've got 2 kids and a goldfish now, so actually I've probably missed the boat anyway. But if you're thinking of getting one of these, perhaps you've already got one. Here's a really useful tip to help you remind yourself that it was a good idea. Drive it all the time. Lots, drive it lots. And in true sports car fashion, believe me when I tell you that you'll look at it this way: the more, the merrier.